Hello, everyone. My name is Ruanga Herbert, the 2021 to 2022 Site Steering Committee Chair. I would like to take this opportunity to bring you warm greetings and also to thank everyone who has made it to join us in this event, the 2022 Site Awards Ceremony, which is part of the Site Day celebrations that began on 25th April. And we'll run, the entire celebrations will run through to the 3rd of May 2022. I'll begin my presentation. Gianna, we could go to the next slide. Thank you. I'll take you through an overview of IEEE Hack and Sight. As far as IEEE Hack, usually focuses on 4 strategic areas of focus. And these are the areas of focus. One is raising awareness, and this is done through increasing the understanding of the role of engineering and technology in sustainable development. The other key strategic area of focus is providing training, and this is done through the provision of educational resources and opportunities so that humanitarian technology participants can have a greater positive impact. Another key area of focus is supporting humanitarian technology and sustainable development activities. This focuses on giving out Hack Awards, funding awards for grassroots IEEE member projects that utilize technology in order to address the locally available challenges. The other key area of focus is building a sustainable development community, and this is done through collaboration across and beyond IEEE in order to foster opportunities in sustainable development. Next slide. I'll delve into what IEEE Special Interest Group is. The IEEE Special Interest Group is a global network of IEEE volunteers that partners with underserved communities and local organizations to leverage technology for sustainable development. There are over 28,165 individual site members in 130 countries, which makes an approximately 71% being students or graduate students. SIGHT encourages members to form groups in order to learn about sustainable development, build relationships within their local communities, and implement projects that utilize technology to tackle key challenges within the local communities. Since inception in 2011, 207 SIGHT groups have been established in 54 countries. That's a very tremendous growth as far as SIGHT is concerned. Next slide. I'll take you through, I'll delve into what the IEEE SIGHT Day is. The IEEE SIGHT Day is held mainly to foster a spirit of community for the global SIGHT network, increase awareness of IEEE SIGHT within the entire IEEE, promote the opportunity to support SIGHT financially, and celebrate the impact of SIGHT volunteers and groups. The activities planned for this year's SIGHT Day, which began on 25th April, and we run through the 3rd of May. These include, we had an opening session where we definitely had the IEEE President, Ray Lu. We also had a Hack Chair, Mr. Sampath, and myself. We also have the 3 SIGHT group socials for the entire IEEE SIGHT group leaders and members. We had our first one on the first day of the SIGHT Day. We also had one today, and also we had another one yesterday. the 2021 SIGHT Awards presentation ceremony, which is the activity we are on today. We also have joint sessions with other IEEE programs. The other key SIGHT Day activity is the SIGHT Trivia Challenge, as well as having another key important event where volunteers and members can share their SIGHT stories. SIGHT groups are encouraged to plan, to host their own activities in order to celebrate this, the entire SIGHT Day or SIGHT Week. Thank you. Next slide. I'll definitely go on to one of the key key issues we have to look at today, the IEEE SIGHT Awards and the recipients. This, which was organized basically to recognize all those members, all those volunteers who are making outstanding contributions within their communities, globally, and within the entire IEEE. Next slide. The IEEE SIGHT Awards was established in 2019 and established 2 awards to recognize individuals and SIGHT groups that have made outstanding contributions to IEEE SIGHT and their local communities. The SIGHT Group of the Year Award recognizes a SIGHT group that has established or that has contributed to the SIGHT program by strengthening the entire SIGHT network, finding sustainable solutions, technological solutions to local challenges, and formed relationships with their local community to mutually undertake humanitarian technology activities. The group must as well have completed all reporting requirements in order to qualify for that entire award. The IEEE SIGHT Volunteer of the Year Award recognizes an IEEE member who consistently, actively strives to further the SIGHT mission in some or all of the following ways. 1, through strengthening the SIGHT network, through building relationships with local communities or entities. These entities could be the local organization, or in local partner company or individuals. The other way is acting as a leader within the entire SIGHT group. The other key important way is participating in a sustainable technology solution that has involved a local community in its planning and implementation. By this, we mean that assuming you as a group leader or as a SIGHT group, you have a technological solution that you think can solve a problem within your community, it is important that you partner with your local community or stakeholders in order to successfully implement that solution to that particular problem. Recruiting new SIGHT individual members or SIGHT group members, making variable contributions to the overall HACK and SIGHT programs through active participation on an HACK or SIGHT committee. There are a number of committees within HACK and SIGHT, so as volunteers or members, we will definitely invite you to take part in participating on some of those committees once the call has been made. Next slide, Chengannur. The SIGHT Group of the Year, I'll talk about the winner, one of the winners of the 2021 IEEE SIGHT Volunteer of the Year Award, Dr. Den Ying Lang. In summary, Dr. Den Ying Lang is the founder and chair, Sarawak Subsection SIGHT Group in Malaysia, the first and only SIGHT group in Sarawak. The group started with 6 members, and they are now over more than 20 members. He's a team leader of one of the one of the key projects that has been supported by SIGHT. This project is titled Free Energy from Calories to Electricity. This project was funded by SIGHT in 2019, and the project provided a rural school with light via renewable energy source, a generator powered by 4 bicycles. The school is now a role model in the area for combining the topics of renewable energy and STEM education. It's also an organizer of an online IoT workshops and engineering talks for different schools in Sarawak. Is a team leader of IoT in the community, involving home farming with the internet. The project that has well received funding through HAC and SIGHT in 2021. The Honorable mentions to Paramula, New Jersey Coast. This is another SIGHT group where the Honorable mention went. And as well, Carlton Cordova from the Ecuador SIGHT Group, Region 9. A more complete summary of these volunteer achievements can be seen on the entire SIGHT website. Feel free to visit the entire SIGHT website in your free time to take more look at a couple of more achievements from these groups. Next slide. Maybe before I go on to the next slide, I would wish to thank the entire team. I would wish to thank Den Yinglang and the entire SIGHT group for the tremendous work the group has really made as far as those projects, as well as identifying solutions within their communities. Thank you so much, Den Yinglang and the entire SIGHT group. Kudos to you all, and wish you all the very best in the future.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Diana.
Yes. Thanks, Juliana.
Yes.
Thanks, Herbert. It's first time meeting you. Glad to meet you. And I'm very happy to be being announced as this IEEE SIGHT Volunteer of the Year 2021. So it was last year award, and yeah, I mean, still the excitement still we bring forward until this year, and hopefully, I mean, our team will continue our effort, and we will continue to bring more benefits to the community. And I'm very happy that my vice chair also joining tonight. I mean, we Malaysia time is night time now, okay, but in the US I think it's morning. So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy to have my vice chair joining in, and he has actually, I mean, this volunteer award is not only by myself actually, because it's actually the team effort, and also without our volunteers, we started with just 6 volunteers, and now we are expanding with more than, I think now is almost more than 25 student volunteers, and including some industry volunteers as well. So we are very glad that we are given this opportunity, especially by IEEE SIGHT, and thankfully to all the officers, especially Juliana, Holly. They are then been helping us, trying to engage with us, even though we didn't meet face to face, but we managed to send email through communication, and it's really, I mean, very meaningful. I mean, in fact, we are connecting all of us together. And I actually have a video that showing what we have done all this while to share with you guys, and hopefully you guys can enjoy that. I think I pass over to Juliana. Is that okay?
Thank you so much, Langren and the entire team. I really congratulate you all, and definitely wish you and the entire group all the very best. as you continue to implement the entire humanitarian efforts within your localities. Thank you so much. Greetings to the entire group.
Thank you so much, Herbert. Yes, thank you. So we receive funding from IEEE SIGHT to have STEM activities for Festool. As you can see, we are actually deploying bicycles, charging bicycles, and we are trying to let the students cycle and use their energy to charge the batteries and then provide electricity to our lighting. So this is what we are doing. This, I think there are some pictures later on the bicycles and also the engagement with the students. Yeah, this is the one. So we are doing the wiring as well. Yes. All together there are 4 bicycles. So this is a training workshop, trying to tell them how they should cycle and what is the duration that they need if let's say they want to have a full charge. Christian is there, our vice chair, together, yeah. Yes, yes. Thank you watching, yes.
There are
Okay,
3
thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you watching.
Wow. Thanks so much. And for the entire group, congrats once again. Thanks for the great work. Keep up that entire great work, and we wish you and the entire team the very best. Thank you so much. I'll delve into the next slide, which focuses on the 2021 SIGHT Group of the Year. This one went to the IEEE SIGHT in Kerala section, India, region 10. A brief summary of this group is that it was established in October 2013. And in 2021, the group organized webinars, seminars, outreach programs, an ideation challenge, speech contests, women empowerment projects, and training sessions for the SIGHT technical team. They also engaged in several projects to benefit their local communities. One of the projects looked at the installation of an automated hand sanitizer in a medical center, an autonomous robot to reduce health care workers' exposure to COVID-19 positive patients, as well as a digital hub for students who were without sustainable power to keep up with their online classes. Great work by this section, and kudos to all the team from this group, and we definitely wish you the very best of luck in the near future. The honorable mention went to the IEEE New Jersey Coast Sections site. This is in USA Region 1. This group was established in January 2019, and the group has worked for the past several years on technological solutions that are aimed at improving health and medical device literacy to advance interoperable inclusive solutions for people with hearing loss and deafness. Congrats again to this group and the entire team, and all the best again, once again, for this entire group. And more information or summary about these groups' achievements can definitely be accessed on the entire IEEE SIGHT website. At this point in time, let's welcome the IEEE SIGHT members or member representative for any remarks. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Luanga Herbert. I hope I'm still audible at the other end, right? Can you hear my voice?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So it is my greatest honor to be present here and speak on behalf of our SIGHT Group and our entire SB. So receiving such an important award at this time is a reminder to us. It's yet another milestone for us, and it tells us about our abilities and how as a team we can come together to achieve numerous tasks. And at this moment, I thank our teachers, Dr. Smita Dharan, Dr. Deepaji, and Mr. Rajesh Ms. who's actually present with us here. And the rest of our teachers, Dr. Jyoti Anil, Ms. Anupama A, and Mr. Rajesh MB, who hopefully watching this meet. And I thank them for guiding us and being a constant source of inspiration in all our journeys. And to everyone present in this panel, and especially Ms. Juliana, and she's been the one person we've been corresponding with frequently and always asking us if we need any support or any assistance. So thanks to her. And to every student who's been a part of this journey and who's contributed to our success. So I congratulate everyone, and I hope it will motivate them further for their future endeavors. After all, the one thing IEEE expects from all its members is to volunteer and commit to the greater good of the society, and I believe we as young engineers are uniquely responsible for this. So 2021 was a difficult year for the world. The COVID-19 pandemic had an unprecedented impact on the whole world, and us as a SIGHT Group, we looked for ways to mitigate its effects at the local level, and we did everything we could to help our communities. So at a time when vaccination drives across the country were taking place in full swing, a concern was the inadequate hand sanitizer dispensers at vaccination centers. So to tackle this, we introduced the initiative InSight, COVID Response Relief Initiative, that deployed hand sanitizer dispensers in vaccination centers. Along with this, SIGHT volunteers and students from the Robotics and Automation Society chapter came together to create an assisting robot, RoboSight, that aimed to reduce physical contact between medical staff and the infected persons in COVID first-line treatment centers. It was completed within one month and took a total of 25 volunteers. RoboSight was also demonstrated in the project demo session in IEEE Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Conference 2021, organized and hosted by the Bangalore section, and it secured first place. And to encourage student volunteers to volunteer within IEEE, we put forward the initiative Bolship, and we provided training in technical and managerial aspects and made them eligible for other open volunteering opportunities within IEEE. And finally, the jewel of our year was the project SIGHT Gramina Digital Hub. So this, we are aiming to build a village-level digital hub in a selected area, and we aim to promote digital literacy among the underserved classes. And they are among the people hit hardest by the pandemic, and this endeavor hopes to equip them with the knowledge and skills that are required to flourish in the post-pandemic world. And the execution of this project is currently underway. We've actually commenced the book campaign program to develop a local library at the area. And and throughout the year, there are other numerous talk sessions and training events that focused on the overall development of its student members. So that summing up, that's all the activities our group conducted in this year. And with that, I would like to conclude my address. I once again thank everyone, and thank you for having us here right now. So I wish you all a great day ahead. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, on behalf of SIGHT and the entire steering committee, we definitely thank you so much for such a great achievement. And we definitely wish you all the best, and we definitely encourage you to keep up that great work. So both all the SIGHT groups that have really achieved these great achievements, kindly keep up that great work. And we definitely wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Luanga, and thank you to our recipients as well for joining. We now have just about 15 minutes or so for a time of question and answer with our SIGHT Awards recipients. And we have some questions to begin that time. So as our attendees today are thinking about what they would like to ask, you can go ahead and put those either in the chat box or in the Q&A panel. We'll be looking at both of those spaces. But we do have a couple of questions to get us started during this time. And I'll just go ahead and ask the first one on Luanga's behalf. So this goes to both of our recipients, both the IEEE SIGHT Group and Dr. Yilang. Both of you can answer this first question. What is something specific that you and your SIGHT Group did in 2021 that you are particularly proud of? Dr. Yilang, why don't you go ahead and respond first?
Okay, Juliana. 2021, you mean the activities that? Okay, so 2021 we have received a funding from IEEE HAC site, and we have this IoT planting workshop that is trying to create the awareness among school children in terms of giving them the ability to have this home farming. So in fact, I mean, we are giving them the idea and also the planting kit so that school children can actually plant at home. So it's actually aligned with SDG Goal, the Sustainable Development Goal, in terms of the SDG number, if not mistaken, number 2, I can't remember already, the food and poverty. So it's regarding on creating the awareness and also trying to bring school children to learn IoT, Internet of Things. So everything is automatic. They can water by the, I mean, the system can help to water the plant, and the children just see the plant grow by itself. So this is what we are doing in 2021, and it's quite exciting to have engagement with the school children. So yeah, this is what I have. Over to you, Juliana.
I'm sure that is very exciting, and just the excitement that children bring to projects like that. So thank you for sharing. Okay, Chengannur SIGHT Group. What is something specific that you have conducted in 2021 that you're particularly proud of? You may have to unmute. There we go.
You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there are two activities that we're really proud of. One is the assisting robot RoboSight, and the other one is the SIGHT Grameen Digital Hub. And both of these received funding from IEEE. RoboSight received funding from the Art and Special Call for COVID proposals related to COVID-19. And SIGHT Grameen Digital Hub had funding from the SIGHT HAC Call for proposals. And the one thing about these projects is that it had a really good participation from all our student members. Like, there were a lot of students involved in different aspects, whether it was research and development or whether it was outreach. So in that way, we were able to involve more of our members in SIGHT and SIGHT's goals, and also develop their skills along with this. So yeah, those are the two proudest achievements for us this year.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, we have these two projects that received funding from AJC and SIGHT, and then the other project that Dr. Yilang was mentioning as well. So congratulations to both of you on that. That is definitely an achievement. Okay, so I have another question for both of you. What best practices or recommendations would you have for other SIGHT groups and other individual SIGHT volunteers who are interested in getting more involved, or perhaps they're thinking about how their group might be eligible to receive a SIGHT award in the future? And why don't we stay with the Chengannur SIGHT Group to respond first?
Okay, to us, the most important thing is keeping a good network of active student volunteers, and that's the success of our group. So just having enough members in a SIGHT group isn't enough. There must be people who are willing to come forward or willing to work. And if they're hesitant, it's up to their peers. You have to motivate them and tell them that, yeah, there are opportunities, you have to work for them. And another thing is being involved with the local communities and collaborating with other organizational units. A SIGHT group alone has its limitations to what it can accomplish. And if we are to make changes in the society, we must be first acquainted with the members of society and be able to identify what are their shortcomings and be able to solve them. And we must also be open to collaboration and accepting help from other groups and combine our resources for a better outcome. So that's some of the best practices we follow. And for people who wants to apply for these awards, you have to have a clear idea of your goal from the very beginning. It's not something you have to just build along the way. When you start the ideation of a project, you have to understand what your end goal is supposed to be and what it's supposed to deliver and what sustainable development goals it aligns with. So those are some of the things we recommend.
Wonderful. I think that's fabulous insight, especially in regards to working with other groups and organizations, whether that's within IEEE, whether that's in your local community. One of the benefits of just being part of the IEEE network is that you do have those existing units of technologists who are also, willing to contribute, use their technological skills and use them to benefit humanity. And I think we see maybe our most successful SIGHT groups and our most successful projects that are funded are those that are able to make those connections and work together to, accomplish the goals that they have. So thank you for sharing that. Dr. Yilang, anything that you would like to add to that response?
Yeah, certainly I agree with what she has mentioned just now. And most important to me, I think that you have to be passionate. You have to love what you are doing, and you need to have interest in doing all the side project that is benefit to the community. Without this, this so-called like the heart and love, you won't be able to do this thing in a proper order, because we have gone through all the challenging part. You need to have the love to do this thing, only then you can go that far. And most important, the benefits of joining SIGHT, especially for the humanitarian technology activities, we are able to expand our network. And it's very important because we are going to have good networks with all the people all around the globe. And especially, I always remind and also tell my committee that we need to try to have a good networking, not only with our local community, but also with the international community as well. And also, lastly, I think that most important, be responsible when we propose any activities to SIGHT. And if we are granted, definitely we have to commit responsibly and also submit the report well enough. So this is what I've been doing all this while, and also together with my team. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, that's great insight for our SIGHT groups, and especially something like reporting might seem, like it's administrative or, the paperwork, but really what that does is it helps IEEE SIGHT at the, at the program level to be able to share what your group is doing to know what your group is doing and share that with others, so we really can facilitate that sense of community, make those connections about groups that might be working in the same areas and more. So we have a question that's been submitted from the SIGHT Group chair in one of the New Jersey section SIGHT groups, actually. And she is asking, how can you help people learn about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals if they have not heard about them before? Do you have seminars or meetings? Dr. Yulung, have you ever done anything in relation to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals within your group members?
Yes, definitely. What I think this SDG goal is what we are anticipating for, and during the workshop, especially just now I've mentioned previously the IoT workshop that I mentioned. I also will bring in the idea. Of course, we cannot deliver the whole message, but at least we are trying to create awareness so that everyone are aware that we have this SDG goal, and we are looking forward to achieve that in the near future. Yes, this is what we have been doing through the workshop, and also we did bring out the SDG goal, all the 12 goals or 9 goals, I can't remember already, and we actually passed on the wall of our office. So this is what we are actually doing.
That's nice to have that visual reminder of the goals in a place where everyone can see it.
Yes, correct, yes. That poster.
Right. Chengannur SIGHT Group, do you have you taken any approach with helping your members learn about the Sustainable Development Goals?
Yes, every year in the beginning we have this orientation for SIGHT and IEEE in general. And for the SIGHT orientation, the first thing we tell them is about the Sustainable Development Goals and what the goals are. And like Ms. Ilan said, there is, even in our IEEE library, there's this poster with the Sustainable Development Goals written on it. So, you know, people walking into it can see this and be like, oh yeah, those are the goals, and we know it. And whenever we start a project or a proposal, we hold a meeting first with all the volunteers and everyone who's, who's willing to be a part of it. And we tell them, okay, this is our project and these are the specific goals it will be meeting. So that's a good way of telling them, and explaining how a project is relevant to a particular goal.
So it seems that great minds think alike then, and we have the poster in that visible space, and that is something that helps. And thank you so much for responding to that question. So it looks like this is more of a comment from one of our attendees today. She's asking if it would be possible to spread the good news of SIGHT Awards to smart and talented students here in Europe. And the answer to that is yes, of course. We would certainly be happy to share about our SIGHT Awards, about the program. This recording will be made available probably today, even as soon as that, on the SIGHT website, so we can just continue to talk about the wonderful work that these recipients are doing. And if your students are curious about developments in robotics and electronics, about other students are doing, if you'd like us to put you in touch with the Chengannur students, please, you can let us know. I'll go ahead and put my contact in the chat for everyone. So I know we're just about right at time, so perhaps at this point I'll hand it back over to Luanga for any closing thoughts today.
Thanks so much, Juliana, and thanks the entire groups for the achievements, and congrats once again. What I've noticed from all the groups is that there's a lot of enthusiasm, there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of passion, and there's a lot of teamwork. So with SIGHT, definitely those are some of the key issues that we usually encourage. Once you have a lot of passion, once you have a lot of interest, once you work as a team, definitely any solution that you have proposed as a group will definitely succeed. And once again, thanks for the groups, thanks for the achievements, and congrats to you once again. Thank you for finding time to be part of the SIGHT Day celebrations, and I encourage all of us to continue with the great work we are doing, as well as taking advantage of all the available opportunities within Hack and Sight, and also to promote Hack and Sight within our respective community, to continue promoting Hack and Sight within our respective communities, as we continue to strive to take humanity to better heights in society. Thank you very much, and best of luck in all what you do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luanga, for that inspiring message here at the end of our first ever SIGHT Awards ceremony. I'd like to thank Dr. Yi Long and Fei Seng for joining us today on behalf of the Sarawak Subsection SIGHT Group. And I'd like to thank all of the members from the Chengannur SIGHT Group who have joined me today. It's wonderful to see all of your faces there. And thank you all so much for making this first ever ceremony very special and an important event.